Empower Youth Week Masterclass. Be inspired, be connected, be transformed.
Hi, my name is Bonga Khumalo, and I'm glad to be talking to you today. And what qualifies me to talk to you today is because in the last 12 years, I've been helping young people to start their own businesses. I've taught them how to start and run profitable businesses using the following concept that I'm going to be sharing with you today. And I want to speak to you today about design thinking. I know that when we start to talk about design thinking, you just move into thinking that we are going to change the way you think, but mostly I'm going to change your perspective, how you look at things. What then design thinking has got 5 stages, which is empathize, problem, defining your problem, ideation, looking at coming up with a new idea, prototyping, actually being able to sample and then take it for a test. So what is design thinking? Design thinking is a process of creative problem solving. So we look for a problem within the area, particularly within Orange Farm. There's a lot of problems within Orange Farm that you need to be able to solve in return for money, making money out of solving problems. Any business that exists in this country is a business, and the business that will continue to exist in this country is a business that solves problem. Any business that doesn't solve a problem, then it's going to die a natural, slow death. So you've got to be able to ask yourself, if you are an entrepreneur and running a business, what problem are you solving? So design thinking, have that in mind as we progress to talk about it, is a process of creative problem solving. Empathize, first stage of this process, is as secondly, defining the problem, ideation, prototyping, and then the last stage is testing. What is empathize? Empathize is when you reach out to your audience who are affected by this problem, seeking to find how is this problem affecting them? How is this problem bringing a burden, a challenge in their lives? The pain that they go through as they are affected by this problem. So that is the first stage, empathize, to actually go out there and actually diagnose how is the problem affecting your audience, the people who are affected by it. The second stage is a very interesting one, defining the problem. And I've got 5 questions that I want to share with you in order for you to be able to define the problem. You need to be able to define the problem. How does the problem affect people? How is it making their life a pain? If you're saying it's a problem. How many people are affected by this problem? What is the cause of this problem? What causes it? How do we find ourselves? Who and where are the people who are affected by this problem located? Now we are talking about Orange Farm. So there are a number of problems that are affecting people in Orange Farm. Why is the problem affecting the people? Why is it challenging them? For example, I deal with a number of entrepreneurs who come up with brilliant ideas and who launch problems to me, and I navigate them to the solution of their situation. There is a young man who came up with a brilliant idea of after he went to a clinic and identified a problem that affects particularly elderly people who go to the clinic, and they arrive early hours of the morning at the clinic. They sit there for hours and get to be attended in the afternoon, only to be given a prescription and a medication. He came up with an idea. We'll share the idea as we go. That's the problem that he identified, to say a granny arrives early hours of the morning at the clinics and he leaves at 5 o'clock. And in the process of waiting for the medication, they get to contract, they get sick, they get hungry, and they lose strength. That is a problem. Rather than on the day, the grannies and the rest of the people would have done something better during the time. Ideation is a process where we come up with new ideas, or rather improving existing ideas. So that is innovation. And I want to take my time on this one because I'm really passionate about it. Now, when we're speaking about ideation and innovation is coming up with new ideas or improving existing ones. And now there are 2 categories of innovation. One, there's revolutionary innovation, and two, there's evolutionary innovation. Now, revolutionary innovation is when you come up with a service or an idea that totally disrupts the way things were done. For example, a cell phone is revolutionary. It came and changed the way we communicate. You and I don't know, in your age, and probably this will tell my age, we used to write letters to people in KwaZulu-Natal, in the Eastern Cape, to communicate a certain message. But totally today, cell phone has revolutionized that. We are able, through a cell phone, to send a text, a WhatsApp message. So it has totally revolutionized how we do communication. Revolution, and there's evolutionary. Evolutionary is when it is progressively improving. It's when a product is progressively improving. For example, a fridge. When I was a little boy, I was introduced to a fridge, and I would make ice cubes. I would take the tray, take the tray and go to the tap and actually open water, and it goes into the tray. And I would walk slowly back to the freezer, open the freezer, and slide in the water tray to make ice. Totally different today. I walk into my kitchen, I confront my fridge, and I get to choose whether I want crushed or ice cube. So that's totally evolutionary. So those are two categories of innovation. So there's revolutionary innovation and evolutionary innovation. There are three types then of innovation. One, there's product innovation, where you introduce a new product. Two, there is process innovation. Process innovation, it's when you cut out certain aspects. For example, I can teach 4 classes while I'm seated here. While I'm here, I can teach 4 classes through virtual teaching. For example, I can do my shopping over my laptop. So that is process innovation. So, and thirdly, you've got market innovation. Today, you can have an electronic digital board which gets to promote 3 or more products. That's marketing innovation. And we can do mesh mobs. I hope you know what a mesh mobs is, when we all wearing the same thing and walk into a space which influences other people to want to acquire what we are showcasing. So those are the 3 types of innovation. And if you look at the video that I'm going to show you just now, it's called A Liter of Light. And I want you to identify for me a problem, an idea, and a value proposition.
Itong lugar namin, Sitio Maligay 2, San Vicente, San Pedro, Laguna.
Siyempre, alam mo naman, ganitong lugar, squatter area, tabing release, dikit-dikit ang bahay.
Madilim talaga rito sa lugar ko na to.
Wala kami dito sa loob, lagi kami sa labas. Nadadapa kasi madilim, yung dadaan mo, hindi mo alam, may nakaharang.
Tutulog na lang ako, wala ilaw eh.
Ang tawag nila sa akin dito si Mang Dimi Solar. Napaliwanag ko yung mga bahay nila madilim. Bubutas ka ng yero, lalagay mo yung bote, lagyan mo siya ng sealant, bago lagyan mo siya ng tubig na mineral, lalagyan ng sunrocks. Bago kabit mo sa bahay, lagyan mo sealant mo para hindi tumulo. Ganun lang kasimple yun. Dati yung ganito, ito kadilim nung bago ko pagkapitan. Ngayon, nung kapitan ko na, ito na ang liwanag niya. Yan ang liwanag.
Pumili po ako kasi bote lang, tubig. Maliwanag na yung bahay mo.
Bumaba yung ko, binayaran ko ngayon. Simula nung makabitan ako dito. At saka itong solar bottle bulb na to, hindi mainit.
Dahil sa buti na yan, sa solar na buti na yan, gumanda ang araw namin.
Ang nalagyan na namin ito ay bali 643. Gusto nga namin tuloy-tuloy para marami nga matulungan mga tao rin na yung maliwanagan mga bahay nila madidilim.
Parang katulad na rin ng bumbilya. Yung dati natin nakakalimutan at pakinabangan na ngayon. Maliwanag yan sa bahay namin!
After having seen the video, you'll see that the people in the video have been struggling with the issues of electricity and light. This guy comes up, takes something that we throw away, and he makes a bulb, a solar bulb, puts in water, puts in jig in it, and he puts it in the roof. So it solves a problem. And you would have heard in the video as well that there's a person who has commented and lamented that they're spending too much on electricity. So that this has reduced the cost of electricity and the amount they pay towards electricity. So that is innovation, and that is ideation, making use of what is around you to solve the problem that affects many people. So that's quite an innovative. So the benefits, one, are that people would spend less on electricity. Two, people would enjoy more light. That's value proposition. So probably with this idea, it will reduce the level of crime in the city because it has been dark. So then that's what we talk about. So in your business, in your own space, so this is a presentation that I'm bringing to you. It's not a workshop. So if it's a workshop, I'd be helping you to be able to identify a problem, come up with an idea, and then let's communicate benefits, value propositions, and solutions. So that's innovative ideas. You come up with a new one, or you're improving existing ideas. Then you get to prototyping. Prototyping is when you're gathering the components, designing the product service. You sketch it. You determine the cost of production. It helps you to determine the cost of production. How much would this product, for me to produce it, cost me? The variable cost, the fixed cost, the components. How long does it take for me to produce this particular product? So you need to be informed. So that's what prototyping affords you. Then you get to a stage whereby you are able to take this for testing, that is sampling, allowing the factor, the very same people you went to, and diagnose the problem. If the people whom you started with empathizing, then you go to them and actually say, test this product and see how it works. And then they feed back to you and you go and improve it. And after improving it, then you can be able to take it to the market. Thank you. My name is Bonga Khumalo. Thank you for the opportunity of talking to you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
For more informative videos, visit www.empoweryouth.co.za.